Most farmers lose chicks or slow down their growth because they end brooding too early, and others give the chicks too much space too soon. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to properly end brooding the right way, the signs your chicks are ready, and the mistakes to avoid. Hello everyone, I welcome you back to the channel. If you're seeing me for the very first time, my name is Flavia, and on this channel we share practical farming tips that help farmers raise healthy, productive birds and later earn a profit from their sweat. If you're raising chicks or planning to start poultry farming, this video is going to help you understand when to transition your chicks from the brooding stage to normal housing. Now, first of all, before we talk about ending brooding, what is brooding? Some people don't even understand that. So let me try explaining it in a simpler way. So brooding is the early stage of a chick's life when they cannot regulate their own body temperatures. During this stage, chicks depend on artificial heat sources like charcoal, like electricity, and I've also heard of gas brooders. Now, during this stage, farmers must provide clean water, good feeds, very clean litter, and extra monitoring to these chicks. Usually, this stage lasts about 3 to 4 weeks when the weather is moderate. So here at the farm, we have a history of Gomboro. Gomboro attacked us like 2 years ago, and we know that this virus loves attacking around almost the 4th week. So we maintain the heat sources. Here at the farm, we maintain the heat sources almost to the 6th week because we know that virus doesn't love warm temperatures. It cannot survive under warm temperatures. One mistake I see very many farmers do is end brooding suddenly and also very early. When these chicks are exposed to cold temperatures too early, it leads to stress, low feed intake, which later also leads to slow growth and eventually a delay in production. Your production delays. So when you end brooding properly, these birds adapt gradually and they continue growing very well. An example is here at the farm we had 6 heat sources. So at 21 days we removed the 3 heat sources and remained with only 3 heat sources. And with those 3 heat sources, at the 4th week we started lighting them only very late in the night. And then by the 5th week we removed the 2 heat sources and remained with 1. So you see, we are doing it gradually. It's not sudden, it's not shocking the birds. And for these tapolins that we have around, we are going to remove them as of today. So everything has to be gradual. Don't do this in a very sudden way. Now you also need to know the signs that show that your chicks are ready to end brooding. Recently a farmer asked me and they didn't know the signs. So sign number 1 is feather development. When chicks develop their own feathers, it means they can start maintaining their own body temperature. As you can see, the chicks here in our house have full feathers. So when you see that your chicks have all these full feathers, it means they can maintain their own body temperature. Another sign is the behavior of the chicks. If the chicks are no longer crowding around heat sources at all times, even if it's too cold or even if it's raining, it means it's a good sign that they don't depend on the brooder as much as they used to. Another sign is even distribution. Healthy chicks spread evenly in the brooding area instead of clustering together. And lastly, the age of the birds. Most chicks are ready to transition from 3 to 4 weeks, like I already mentioned, although cold weathers may require a little longer. Now, after knowing all these signs, how do you properly end brooding? Step Step number 1 is for you to gradually reduce the heat. Like I mentioned, never move the heat suddenly. If you have, for example, if you have like 8 heat sources, be removing like at 3 weeks. You remove the 4, remain with the 4, and even those 4 start lighting, switching them on, let me say like late in the night, or when you see that the weather is very cold. So you remove all these heat sources gradually, and then at the very last stage will be for you to remove the tarpaulins. Now step number 3 is to ensure good litter conditions. If your brooder is like mine, where we have tarpaulins covered all over, it means there isn't enough aeration in the brooder. So when you're done with this stage, you need to remove all this litter, because that litter will be having moisture down, and that moisture could have trapped bacteria and ammonia. So you remove all that litter, and then you put in fresh litter, and then you leave the house fully open. One thing that has helped me here at the farm is monitoring the chick behavior. Once they are no longer clustering together and they're evenly distributed in the house, no matter the weather, no matter the condition, and they are really eating well, like their behavior is thick, I know that these are ready to end brooding. So after talking about all those signs, I want to quickly show you my records for the past 1 week. Now I quickly want to share with you our records of our chicks that have been in the brooder. Here we record the dates. This date helps us know when exactly these observations were made. You record the farm name if you want, then you record the farm location, and here we record the number of birds. Please note that this number of birds can change in case you have any mortalities. In this brooder of ours, we had 1,700 chicks, plus a bonus of 34 chicks. And in the first week, we lost 23 chicks. These were just weak and couldn't survive. So we remained with 1,711 chicks. And now we are currently 6 weeks. We have not had any mortalities from the second week to date. Then here we record the age in weeks. This helps us track weekly progress of our chicks. Now here we record the average weight in grams. We do this on a weekly basis. That's why you see some of the we didn't record in these areas. We do this on a weekly basis at the end of the week. This helps us know if our birds are really growing well. Then on this column we record the uniformity. The uniformity shows, now for example, if you measure the weight of 100 chicks and 90 birds fall within the correct weight range, it means your uniformity is 90%. When birds have a poor uniformity, when birds have a poor uniformity, it means egg production will be inconsistent. They will start laying at different stages. Now here we record the mortalities. We are lucky we didn't have any mortalities from week 2 to now. Then here nothing to record since our birds are not yet into production. Then here we record the feed costs per kg. Please note this is in Ugandan shillings, and at this stage I've been feeding my layer chicks with a broiler concentrate. The first weeks after the pellets we feed a broiler concentrate because we are looking for the body weight and the body muscles. Then here we record the feed per bird in grams. So our birds each, you see, we record each day. Each day, each bird, we accounted for it 37 grams, making it 63 kgs. Then with these comments, we record what exactly we did on the farm in case we had any vaccinations or any medications or any vitamins or just a strange behavior, something unusual. We put it down in the comments. My final advice is breeding is one of the critical stages of poultry farming. If you manage it really well and you also end the correct way, your birds will grow really well and they will also perform better in production. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to also share with another farmer who might benefit from this information. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. God bless you. Bye-bye.